Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to Fly Like an Eagle podcast. I'm your host MK. Here's my co-host James Scorcher from the Patterson App Sports Show. Joe's unavailable to be here today. He's got personal stuff going on, but he's all good. He's all good, man. So, James, how you doing?
Good, man. I'm doing pretty good, man. Obviously, we had the holidays coming up this week, obviously, so it's a lot of busyness going on. Hope everyone had a good holiday. I hope everyone is safe out there, even though it's frigid cold out there in South Philadelphia right now. But all is well here. How are you holding up, my man?
I'm good. I'm good. Did you get any snow?
It's freezing rain out here right now, but it's basically just too cold. I mean, I'm a cold person, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But I'm actually wearing a hoodie right now, and I'm freezing right now.
Yeah. No snow here. No
Mm,
rain here. It's just
wow.
regular cold.
Yeah.
So, I'm shocked.
Yeah, dude. It's like that's the thing. It's just that I mean, I'm a cold person, like I said, but this year I just can't handle it. I mean, the last couple of years I just can't handle it. Maybe it's just because I haven't been out in a while. Probably not. I
Yeah.
don't know.
You, yeah, but you know what I can't handle? Eagles players getting injured, guys. We
Good
have
segue. Oh
two
man.
players right now who are out due to injury, and they will not be playing tomorrow. And that is N'Kobe Dean and Lane Johnson. Both of them
Mm.
are out. So, James, how do you feel about this, man?
Yeah, man. It's a tough one, especially trying to capture that number 2 seat tomorrow, especially what they'll look like. But N'Kobe's a obviously N'Kobe's still nursing that injury, and obviously I think he got hurt last week. Was it last week that he got hurt against Washington? And
It
I
was
think
last week, yeah.
last week, and I think Lane Johnson's still coming back from that injury he suffered. It kind of sucks a little bit, to tell you the truth. Honestly, I think it probably maybe tells you probably if the game's out of reach, maybe the best way is just to try to pull your starters and probably focus more on the postseason. I mean, if you're not going to get that number 2 seed, I mean, the best bet is just to try to get that number 3 seed more than anything.
I
So yeah, I mean, it's a big. It's not a big blow, but it's a kind of a little bit of a blow, a little bit to see. Two of those guys are still dealing with those injuries, but maybe this is probably where like other players need to step up. I mean, obviously Fred Johnson, for Lane, and maybe we'll probably see Zach Bond turn into 2024 Zach Bond, like he after when the Kobe Dean went down with those injuries in 24. Yeah, but I'm not worried about it right now. But the thing I would say is too is just that yeah, you probably have to. I mean, if things are starting to get out of control, my 2 cents is that try to pull the stars until the postseason starts.
I definitely agree with you. It's better to get over it now than then. And here's the thing too, as well. We got
Mm,
Buffalo. It's going to be a tough notch game. It's going to be
right.
cold, snow. I'm talking about big amount of snow, not like
Oh
here
yeah.
in Jersey and South Philly. It's
Mm,
going to be blizzard, and I have a feeling they're not even going to play most of their starters throughout this whole game. I feel like they're only going to play a half or middle of the third quarter, then pull. So for me, I'm like, get Lane healthy for the playoffs because we're going to need him healthier there. N'Kobe Dean, who's been a tremendous player this year, this has been a breakout year for him. So take some time off with N'Kobe Dean and have them both get ready for the playoffs. Would you have N'Kobe Dean play
hmm
next week against the Commanders or no?
Yeah.
Would you,
Yeah.
so you would have N'Kobe Dean play against the Commanders next
Oh,
week?
I'm sorry. I thought you were going. I thought you were going through. I didn't know you were going to ask me a question there. No, I wouldn't start him. I don't want to play him next week. I think, like you said there too, Mitch. I think it's probably the best way I would describe it too is that, I think you have to basically play. I mean, if it doesn't mean anything, like it's a meaningless game, and you get the number 3 seed, my 2 cents is we'll probably see Tanner McKee next week. We'll probably see like Ty Robinson. We'll probably see like a couple other players, but maybe like Achille Ringo makes an appearance for the first time in a while. Maybe let's see what Jacorian Bennett does. But overall, I mean, I wouldn't play. No, I'm sorry, I wouldn't play. I wouldn't play N'Kobe D next week. I'll get him ready for the postseason more than anything, like you said there, buddy.
Hey, the fact that we're going to the postseason, we are locked in. We
Mhm.
won the NFC East division again, back to back, the first time since in 20 years. How does that make you feel, man? We are NFC East champions once again.
A little bit relieved, gonna admit.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the thing I was taking out of it, especially the year that we had with the ups and downs. Obviously, yeah, I mean, winning that division for the second straight year since 2020, since sorry 2004 rather. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time coming. Obviously, I can also say too is that the last time that the Eagles won back-to-back NFC East champs, they were in the Super Bowl. So that's also a good thing too. Is that I mean, yeah, we got two of them now, but they're playing really good football right now. I think they're finally phasing on all cylinders. Kevin Patullo, what we said last during the year that we wanted him out of here. Now he looks like basically like a copy of like Kellen Moore a little bit. I guess that's the right terminology for it.
yeah.
But dude, I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good to have a little bit relieved that we won the NFC East, and it's not going to be a dogfight between the Eagles and Dallas because as much as Dallas yesterday when they took on Washington, they beat a dare I say tomato can type of team in Washington. Yeah, I'm just glad that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm glad to see that Dallas isn't in the postseason. I'm glad to see Washington is bad. Sorry to our pal Scott Churston over here at Stream Punk Entertainment with his Giants. Yeah, it's a little bit relief for me, gonna admit, because I think that's probably what I came out of it is that yeah, sure. I mean, winning the division is cool and all that too, but winning it for a second straight year is even more bittersweet than that, man.
I definitely agree with you on that. And how you said it was just you felt relieved.
Yeah,
I felt that the stress has been lifted off my shoulders. That's how
that's
I
the one.
felt because we were on a terrible, terrible losing streak. Everyone wanted everyone
Yeah,
gone. Kevin Patullo, Nick Sirianni, who I'm still not a fan of. I'm going to throw that out there.
yeah. I
We
have
were
my
calling for
obstacles with that, so.
I was calling for everyone's head at this
Mm.
point, and the fact that we're NFC East champions again, it's just like, thank God season's over because people were comparing this season to 2023,
Oh, I
and I'm
know.
sitting here like, oh, it's not 2023 anymore. It's 2025.
Right.
2025 is its own season. So
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, that's how I feel about it too, especially hearing the comparisons to 2023. And I'm like, Christ, do I have to hear this shit again, you know?
uh,
And it's like,
but
after a while, it's just like, okay, maybe they were trying to get it together, like to this point now, obviously. Super Bowl hangover could be a part of it. It also could tell you what this team was like for the last handful of years that also took them to, I mean, mind you, too, in 2024 is that they actually went to Brazil for the first game of the season and then
yeah,
took it all the way to the Super Bowl. So I can guess fatigue had something to do with that. But I'm just glad now that hopefully this is a springboard into maybe something big here. That's how I've been saying that with the Flyers the last couple of weeks or so. As if you, in case you haven't noticed, with me along with Joey and Austin talking about the Fly guys who's playing good hockey right now.
hmm
But
yeah. So for me, I got to give credit where credit is due, James. You're going to be shocked on what I'm about to say. Credits to Brandon Graham. Credits to Brandon Graham.
yeah, right.
He had 3 sacks in the last 2 weeks. And I was here saying that I did not want him here. He ended his career perfectly. Go off to the sunset. There was no guarantee of us coming back. Obviously, it was more of a locker room issue. He was there for the money and however you. But
You know
he
what's
was the
funny?
oldest. What?
You know what's funny? I said the same thing about Brandon Graham. I said to myself, "Is yeah, I mean, a couple weeks ago when they were starting to struggle, I said, was Brandon Graham here for just to be a leader role? But then I see the two games he played with the Raiders and the Commanders, and I was like, oh, maybe he still has a little bit left in the tank. Maybe he still has a little bit left." But yeah, man. I mean, that's a very good point. I mean, that's a very valid point because I mean, look, I love Brandon Graham. I mean, from the very moment he gave us our first Super Bowl with that strip sack, and to me, he was probably one of the reasons why that he's probably up there with Dawkins in this day and age. So yeah, I mean that's the most important thing. Like you look at Philly athletes that are in the tier of top tier talent. I mean he's up there with like the Dawkinses, the great late Bernie Perrant. For me, Phillies, it's always Steve Carlton or Tug McGraw or Darren Dalton, like something like that, or the Sixers with Iverson, or dare I say Joel Embiid in his prime. But yeah, man, I mean, yeah, it's a real like he's up there with the most talent and with the best talent in the world more than anything.
Of course, of course. And I've been saying, like, there was no guarantee for us to go back to the Super Bowl. I felt like just go off to the sunset is the perfect ending. But no, he made me shut up. Now, do I think
Hey,
if
there's another Michigan guy that you can respect now too.
yeah, I've always had respect for him. I've always had respect for Brandon Graham, despite him going to Michigan and doing all this. I've always
Sure.
had respect. It was
Mm.
just like how he wanted to go out. I
Right.
just felt like it was a perfect way for him to go out. Now, if the Eagles forced him to go out, if the Eagles are like, look, we're not going to pay you, you're getting too old, it's time for you to hang it up,
Sure.
then I'm on the other side of the bandwagon. But if it was for him and be like, okay, I want to come back, I'll take millions, I want to come back, I'm like, no. End your career like Jason Kelsey. End
Right.
your career like now Travis Kelsey might retire too now.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny? Uh, it's funny too. I'm not. I mean, I'm not. God forgive me for saying this, but I'm kind of Kelsey'd out a little bit with both Travis and Jason. I mean, look, I love Jason. He's a character. You know, he's a trip. But then I see last night with the saw Taylor Swift for the first time. I was like, God, don't bring this shit up again, please. I mean, it's been enough that I had to deal with this for 2.5 years of this nonsensical stuff. I mean, yeah, but obviously she makes millions. I mean, she's a star. It's kind of like, well, who was it? It was Jessica Simpson and Tony Romo. Same kind of scenario. It's about 15 minutes of fame. I get that. But yeah, but back to the BG thing for one sec here too. Is that yeah? I mean, I remember there was talks. I mean, I'm a big sports radio guy, and they were saying that Brandon Graham. There always was a comparison to him or Earl Thomas. They said, "Well, we could have had Earl Thomas. We could have had Earl Thomas." And I'm thinking, okay, so where were you on February 4th, 2018, when Tom Brady got stripped by BG? Were you still saying we still could have had Earl Thomas, or we still, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just that,
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's one of those things that that surprises me the most. Is okay, you still want Earl Thomas, but where were you on February 4th, 2018, when he stripped Tom, the greatest of all time? I know that Brady never fumbles, and he fumbles right there against the greatest of all time. So yeah, I'm just glad he's he's one of the reasons why that Philadelphia Eagles football coexist in this day and age, because like he's just a great guy. I mean, he's not one guy that, I mean, you know what he reminds me of? Like when he chirps and when he trash talks. I mean, I wasn't around for him, but I watched his Football Life one time. It was John Randall. Like John Randall and Brandon Graham, they had that same level of trash talk, but I wouldn't see that from Reggie White, obviously. I mean, I could probably see that with Jerome Brown, probably. But yeah, John Randall, to me, like how he trash talked, and also here's the other thing too. He ain't no Michael Strahan. He's not a wise guy, you know. He's just a real down to earth, great guy. You know, I mean, if Brandon Graham has a career in broadcasting, the first thing I'm going to do is tell Joey, we got to get Brandon Graham on the show to talk about like Eagles time. I mean, like if you're a Phillies fan, you want to talk to Mitch Williams about the '93 Phillies, or if it was or like the 74, 75 Flyers, if the great late Bernie Perrant was still around, you know. I mean, that's what I mean. He is one of those characters that I sit there and say, you know, sometimes when you're having a bad day, just look up Brandon Graham's highlights and it'll make you feel better.
All right. So the Pro Bowl selections have made it. And I don't know how you feel about them. Like, honestly, I don't really care about the Pro Bowl. I'm going to throw that out there. I don't care about the Pro Bowl. But this one is so controversial, in my opinion.
Yeah.
For many of ways. First off, on the defensive side of the ball, Cooper DeJean, hey, I made it. Quinyon Mitchell, I made it. So that's two. Zach Bond and Jalen Carter over Jordan Davis
That's what.
over Jordan Davis.
Yeah, you know what's crazy, man? I thought about this Pro Bowl and I said to myself, "Is where the hell is Jordan Davis at?" You know,
Yeah.
I mean, the way it looks to me, my dad brought up this valid point here. So he says basically, it's the players that have to prove their word. So if Jordan Davis has another great year next year, he'll be the odds-on favorite, probably going to a Pro Bowl. For me, yeah, otherwise, the other thing too with the Pro Bowl, it's not the same as it once was. It's not a football game anymore. It's a flag football league, kind of experience. Yeah, skills competition. It's not like obviously as a big puckhead I am, it's like hitting 4 targets out of the four out of the 4, or the old skills competition when you would spin nickels on your forehead to think of like some good opportunities, or even like a slam dunk contest in basketball. But yeah, maybe this is a sign that the Eagles are phasing on all cylinders right now, and the best way to do it is that they probably don't have to play in the Pro Bowl because they'll be moving one step closer to try to go into Santa Clara and talking to the media, and also being a Super Bowl, punching their ticket to the Super Bowl more than anything.
And then we got Cooper DeJean, who deserves it because they moved him to the outside after having him in the slot. Perfect decision. That's the Queen Mitchell. Zach Bond, he had a breakout year last year, and this is the same exact season that he's had. But there's other dogs on this defense that kind of oversigned him a little bit. So he still got the cut. He still made it. And Cam Jurgens is also a questionable one.
It's kind of odd.
He's been out a little bit. He's been out for a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I think you might be right. For me, I would go out of my way and probably maybe if I had to pick and choose between which one that's like stay or go, maybe I'll replace Cam Jurgens with maybe Jordan Davis, because I haven't seen a lot of Cam this year, and also like you say, he's been dealing with those injuries on the front. But hopefully the one thing we can rely on too is that hopefully when the time calls for it, especially, hopefully the best way to go out of it is that, yeah, sure, we're Pro Bowl content, we're like in the Pro Bowl, but the best way to get ready, hopefully that'll be the time the Eagles will be punching their ticket to the Super Bowl, because I'm not going to lie to you, the Pro Bowl to me, for years, I used to like it. Because it used to be like a real, actually it was actually entertaining, you know? And yeah. There was always a time I think it was either Ed Hockley would say, yes, there's penalties in the Pro Bowl, just have a little bit of a trip, like kind of like have some fun with it. But yeah, it's one of those things that it changed over the years. Sure, now it's a flag football tournament and it's a dodgeball stuff, and how much you can catch a ball while you're on your phone, like something like that, kind of stick like that, you know. But yeah, hopefully we won't have to worry about that, and hopefully we'll be moving one step closer to hopefully winning another Super Bowl. Hopefully by the time we get ready for that, hopefully it will be Super Bowl media night on that same week too.
Yeah, it's kind of like what your dad said right here. A couple of Eagles got in on reputation, Jurgens and Carter, for example. But do you feel bad for Jordan Davis, or not really? Because Jordan Davis is supposed to get paid, right? He is due to get paid.
Yeah, I guess the other thing too, I think that's a big part of it. I think that's probably why he's having the best of seasons. Yeah. Is because he's on a contract type year. Yeah, it's one of those things too, is that I'm glad to see him finally come out of his shell a little bit. You remember that game against the Rams when he blocked that punt? Not punt, the field goal to win the game. Yeah. And even in this season, before the season even started, him losing all that weight, it was just like when we saw him, I said, wait, is this Jordan Davis or this is another new dude from the block? And he was just like, he lost that weight that he had to lose. He looks good. He looks in good shape. And I got to say right now, maybe if he can continue this same level of success on a contract year and see what he does next year, I I feel like if I have to pick and choose between either one of my Bulldogs that either has to stay or go to,
Hmm.
I'm keeping Jordan Davis. I mean,
Okay.
I love the Kobe Dean. I do. I mean, he's one of the players that I always adored as a linebacker. I mean, the state of his injury front is concerning. It's very concerning. I mean, every year there's always an injury with him. I mean, yeah, sure, it's not Joel Embiid-esque or Bryce Harper to name a few here. But yeah, I mean, if I have to pick and choose between if I have to pick like one or two Bulldogs that has to stay or go, obviously Keely Ringo's not coming back. Let's keep it real here. I think Keely Ringo's. I mean, the only reason why he's still on the team is because he's on a special team front. And I hate to say no, N'Kobe Dean goes because that's probably why they brought in Jahad Campbell, is because probably down the road that will be somebody to take his place. And then and future, like hindsight being 2020, like future references is that's probably why they probably drafted him, is because, not saying they don't trust N'Kobe Dean, but they probably want to say is that he's probably not trustworthy to stay healthy for a full 17 game season.
Yeah, and here's another thing too that just hit me.
What's
Going
that?
back to Jalen Carter, right?
Mm-hmm.
He spit on Dak on the first game, and then now you're rewarding him. I get it. We suspended him
Yeah.
without pay. I get all that, right? All that is good. But now you're like, you know what? You spit on Dak Prescott. You were injured. Now we're gonna put you in the Pro Bowl and screw what we're going to do. I'm like,
yeah. The thing with Jalen Carter too, I love Jalen Carter. He's got to keep his nose clean on those type of stuff too, because it's just that, it's like I hate to say it right now that's the one thing that really bothered me with this type of football season, is because there's like a lot of undisciplined characteristic penalties. I mean, I remember early on that when Jalen Carter would, we're not even, and literally at the first snap of the game and he's already tossed. It's kind of like if I was like in the stands getting like my food and my beverages, and then a guy right next to me sees that Jalen Carter jersey on the back of me, and he says, "Oh yeah, by the way, he just got tossed." And me and my dad are gonna be like, "What do you mean he got tossed?" He's like, "He just like spit it on somebody." And I was like, "Oh shit, really?" I mean,
that's another reason why Brandon Graham was back. That was another reason why Brandon Graham's back. No.
Yeah.
And the positivity bunny. Can't forget about the positivity bunny.
Yeah. The friggin' bunny, my God. I mean, well, I'll tell you this one right now. After I said the words gritty, I guess they were scared to death about gritty coming through that door, and that's why they played better.
Anyways, guys. You know what? Since he brought up gritty, I think this would be a perfect time to promote This Week in Flyers Hockey.
Yeah, absolutely.
James, what do you got coming up next Monday, man?
Well, we're going to do a year in review to talk about some all things puck here with the Flyers, obviously. Getting some good wins before the holiday break. A good one against, who they play during the week? That's when, like when there's like no hockey, I kind of FOMO a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good show. We're going to probably get some mid-season. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll do a little bit of a year in review about what the Flyers will do, and hopefully we'll see some more positivity into the new year. Obviously, that they play on Sunday right after the Eagles. They take on those guys up in Seattle in the Kraken. But we'll be looking forward to hearing from you guys. We'll love to hear what your postseason, not postseason awards. Obviously, we'll worry about that come April or so. But we'll do a little bit of a mid-season state of the Philadelphia Flyers, and what also we'll do is probably give out a little bit of accolades to the players that have been a very good piece to this Orange and Black team. So tune in on Monday at 4 p.m. on Hardcore Sports Network and Stream Punk Entertainment. And it should be a lot of fun. So hopefully we'll see you then.
All right, guys. Everyone's loving This Week in Flyers Hockey. It's becoming a hit. With that being said, we got to transition back to the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
We got to talk about Jake Elliott. We got to talk about Jake Elliott.
Oh, yeah.
Is it time for Jake Elliott to go?
He looked like he lost a step last week. I mean, I never seen. I love Jake. I love what he did for years for that. The 61-yarder against the Giants, clutch when it was mattered the most. When that 15-10 game against the Falcons in the NFC divisional round, got us a Super Bowl. Got us a couple of Super Bowls with his clutch kicks. Dude, he looked like Ray Finkel last week. He really looked like
Yeah.
the character from Ace Ventura. I mean, I'm serious, man. I swear to God, I said to myself, are those kicks that are like that bad? And in my head, I'm like laces out, Jake, laces out. So, yeah, man, it's. I don't know if I don't know if it's a mental thing. I don't know if he's going through that. It's either that the field goals are not going as exquisite like they once were. Maybe it's age that it's like he's probably starting to age a little bit. And obviously, you think about it now, he's been here for almost 9 years now. Hard to believe. And I think the other thing too is that I think it's going to be one thing for sure though about it is that yeah, it's bad now, but I like that. That's pretty good. So he says, "Get your
Missy Elliott."
I heard. What's up, boys? How you doing, buddy? Yeah. Can we get your boy Chris Boswell to come in, or Jeff Reed, or somebody to come out of retirement?
David Akers. I'll take Akers.
Yeah, I'll take Akers at this point. I mean, the worst part about it is I was afraid my buddy was going to be like, "You weren't around for Bonio from 1997." I was going to tell him the guy Bonio that missed a lot of field goals in that 97 year. I mean, obviously he's like an old school historian like I am. But I'll tell you this right now: the one thing, hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so, hopefully he'll get his shit together, and hopefully, it was just probably a mental block, and hopefully won't miss any more field goals. But it is concerning more than anything right now, too. Gonna be.
For me, I'm shocked that it was just not just one, not two, but three. Three in a row, and Nick Sirianni iced his own kicker. So there's that. I'm blaming that on Sirianni, not Jake Elliott in that matter. But here's the thing. He's been clutch in games that it's been mattered the most. That is the thing with Jake Elliott. That's the thing I look forward to each and every game from Jake Elliott, because he's known to make those kicks. But when you look at it, it's just like, you know what his field goal percentage is this season? 70%. That is Jake Elliott's 70%. And when you look
I ain't going to cover it.
Nah. And when you look, he's 30 years old. So that is still like young. Like that is on the cusp. That is on the cusp. So he's younger than me.
Yeah.
So
wow.
it's just
I think me and Jake are the same age. I'm 30, but I'm coming up on 31 in a couple weeks. Not a couple weeks, a couple months, I mean.
There you go. But yeah, it's just like we're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Sure.
They're not going to do anything. And I'm fine with it because he won us the Super Bowl. Like, okay. All right. And here's another thing too. Will Shipley, what are you doing on that kickoff?
Oh God.
What was that, man?
What the hell was that, right? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, it's one of those things too. I said to myself is that I like Shipley. I mean, if in case you haven't noticed here, I consider him the next generational Danny Woodhead. But now it's just like, I mean, the worst part about it is that even Will Shipley, from one, and also those couple of times when he during those kickoffs, it was either that the pressure was getting to him, or it was just like he was just in his own head, like kind of like with Jake Elliott last week with those field goals. But yeah, I mean that was bad. That was pretty bad.
You know what's funny? I was streaming the game, and I thought that was Brendan Covey at first.
Yeah,
I didn't put blame on Brendan Covey. I was like, Covey, what are you doing? Oh, it's Shipley, what are you doing? Either way, what are you doing? All right.
Yeah, just don't turn into Reno Mahe. Well,
no. So let's talk about that game, shall we? Let's talk about the Eagles and Commanders. How do you feel? Because the first half ended way too close. It was too close, and the second half we just took over.
Yeah, it was pretty close. It was actually. That's the thing with this team all year long with this Eagles team. It's like, yeah, there's one game they they look like they know what they're doing, and then the next half they don't know what they're doing. It was kind of like it's like hit and miss with that second half. That first half was the second half was actually more better than the first half, more than that, because I think the reason why was because they were putting pressure on Mariota, and they were finally putting pressure when it mattered the most. I mean, and let me say this about this too. There's one thing I had to critique about Vic Fangio's defense here. Why is it Dory Jackson covering Terry McLaurin? You know, I saw
Right.
that. I was like, where the hell was Guantanamo Bay? Where's Quinion Mitchell? You know, where were you at? You know, um, yeah. I mean, when I saw that, I was like, dude, why is it Dory Jackson covering the best receiver? I mean, I understand he's trying to make sure what a Dory Jackson was worth, but that I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, that shit pissed me off. Gonna admit.
Yeah. So here's the score of the last game, guys. So the Commanders lost to us 29-18, but this is what I want. At the first half, we were down 10-7. I'm like, we shouldn't be down to injured Commanders.
No.
Like, come on. Jordan Daniels has been injured in and out like 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, and Mariota, I mean, we made Mariota look like a stud.
Yeah.
Not a stud, but I mean, you would have thought when Mariota was the quarterback. I mean, I'm glad they finally took him out of the game in that second half when it was Josh Johnson, like 18-year journeyman Josh Johnson, obviously. Yeah, I mean, that first half, it was just like, what am I watching here? Like, what the hell was that? Like, you know. Right. And the worst part about it is that I said to myself is if they don't fix this in the second half, Washington's going to come down here and basically, I mean, I'm glad the second half was better than the first half, but this time around now with Buffalo tomorrow, it will be a challenge, but I'm just glad, like I said, relieved that the NFC East is finally in the wraps, because if we didn't clinch that NFC East right now, I won't have to worry about it. That this could be another example of 2023, but I'm glad that's all. That's like water under the bridge now.
Yep, we got that out of the way. The Eagles beat the Commanders again. It was too close in the first half. We were down.
Yeah.
Second half, we took over. It's the same exact thing every single year. What is up, Wes? Appreciate you stopping by, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. So, we got to talk about this, man. Last week, I brought up Dallas Goedert. Right? How he's been the most consistent player. We were going to do a ranking, but we're not going to do that without Joe. I want Joe here for that. So
maybe we'll wait until like probably next week when the postseason play comes around. Maybe we'll worry about it in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, maybe we'll get to it during the off season or something.
Yeah, that works.
For me, Dallas Goedert was the best. He had 2 touchdowns. He has 10 on the season, and he's not even in the Pro Bowl. He didn't even get in there. He's been a Pro Bowl alternate. Like, whoopee, you're there just in case someone gets injured or if that team goes to the Super Bowl. Well, newsflash, Goddard's been doing great this year.
He has. He sure has, man. He sure has. I mean, you know the funny thing is too, we always talked about Goddard's not staying healthy, but he's been a force this year for this team, and I'm glad to say right now that this could be the Dallas Goedert we've been waiting for. I mean, yeah, sure, it took 8 years to finally find his footing, to find his what his ceiling is, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I'm just glad he's having a great season. I mean, one of these times we should do a thing of like a Dallas Goedert Appreciation Day, because it's. I mean, I like Dallas to think that Goddard's having himself a great season. And also, too, the best part about it was I think he hasn't gotten hurt yet. I think he hasn't gotten hurt all season. So
he got hurt
even
once. He got hurt once.
Yeah, that's right. But overall, playing for a full mass majority of the season, that's pretty damn remarkable, I'm gonna admit.
Yeah, career high in touchdowns for Dallas Goedert. So far this season, with 2 games left, he played 14 games. He has 57 receptions, 583 yards. 10 yards per reception, 10 touchdowns. If you guys have him on fantasy, he got you 118.3 points per game. So there you go. Any fantasy guys out there. But Yeah, what a year. And then when you scroll down, because I did this earlier today, I wanted to do some research before I went live.
Hmm.
If you look, okay, I'm getting tired of this. Let me,
It's a
I
lot
have
of
no,
stats.
yeah, I don't really care. So when you get to here, right?
Hmm.
Wait, I messed up.
Hmm.
Okay, it's showing
Yeah,
like I want the seasons.
technology's a mad
Yeah,
scientist, my friend.
there we go. Here's the seasons. Here's the season. So when
Hmm.
you go here, his rookie he had 4, then 5, then 3, then 4, then 3, 2, 3, 2, 10.
Hmm.
4, 5. He didn't even get over 6
Wow.
until this season. He had 10. That is
Christ.
crazy.
That's insane. That is insane, man.
I have to give credit to this person. I have to give credit to Kevin Patullo here
Yeah.
because
Right.
last year we were not using him. Brian Johnson, same with the year before, year
Mm.
before, year before, year before, year before, year before. But now
Yeah, that's
he's
a
becoming
valid point.
he's becoming a vital option of our offense, which is great because you have AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, and now Dallas Goedert with that shuttle pass.
Hmm.
Like, I love the fact they're shuttle pass. They're probably going to ban that too. Watch them ban that as well because no
Yeah,
one can
who needs
stop
a
that.
toast? I mean, it's funny too. I remember watching what was it? Hard Knocks the regular season. With
Yep.
but I was like Frankie Louvu talking about it was a tush put. They talking about the tush push. And oh, it's a rugby play. And Jordan Miles like, brother, no offense, it's not a rugby play, buddy. Sorry. So sorry, bro. It's not a rugby play, brother. Do your math.
Yeah. But hey, again, I'm gonna say it again. I have to give credit here to Kevin Patullo for Dallas
Yeah, man.
Goedert. Like, if
Yeah.
it wasn't for Goddard, we were not been as successful as we are right now. Shout out to Goddard, shout out to Patullo, Sirianni, you get no credit there. But shout out to Patullo because I wanted Patullo
It
gone.
just sounded like
but-
Angelo Cataldi right there, bud.
Yep. I'm like, yeah, get out of here. But seriously, shout out to Goddard.
Yeah. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Kevin. And I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, look, I'll give his flowers. I'll give him his due. Patullo, yeah, I wanted you to make more better plays happening, and you basically sometimes I guess we're playing possum with me instead of playing 3D. I mean, or 3D chess or something like that. But yeah, I mean he's done a good job to this point right now. I gotta say right now, I like I said, I look sometimes when I'm pissed off, like people don't know how much I say. Once I'm right, once like they prove me wrong, I say I was wrong. I mean, look right now, if he takes us to the Super Bowl, I will come out here and say I was wrong about Kevin Patullo. I was wrong about a lot of. I mean, look, I'll say this one now. I was wrong about Kellen Moore last year to this point too. Like I remember, I was skeptical about Kellen Moore, and my dad's like, "Dude, he's going to make Jalen Hurts into a real good quarterback." I mean, believe me, he's going to make Jalen Hurts a real good quarterback. But the first thing I thought was, yeah, but he's an ex-Cowboy. Yeah, I mean, ex-Cowboys never do well here, and he got us a Super Bowl. If Kevin Patullo gets us a Super Bowl, and he becomes another and he also actually finds a way to make fundamental football happen here, and also becomes, I mean, I think finally now too is that I can finally see a level of balance that I haven't seen in an offense probably since Kellen Moore. I think that's probably one of the big reasons why too is that I just heard a stat last week with the balance of an offense. It was either 30 running plays and 33 passing, something in that effect. And I said to myself is that if you can continue to do this, we will be actually a better team right now. If we can sustain this for a full 17 game plus playoff Super Bowl team, we probably wouldn't have these problems like we always had. I mean, if it's just that sometimes he got too cute, but I think it's either that Sirianni probably had to sit him down or some teammate who had to say, dude, relax. We got you. We got this. We got this. You don't have to do too much. It's kind of like when Sirianni was I think it was like Jordan Mailata and some of the offensive linemen were like, dude, we got to run the ball more. And probably, maybe this is maybe like what Sirianni did was try to tell Cameron, it's like, dude, relax, we got this. Like probably just try to tell him that, like, dare I say, a little bit of a John Candy, Joe Montana Super Bowl. Like, hey, look, the positive bunny, I thought that was too. But let's keep it real. The positive bunny was just a NJM shtick, not gonna lie to you. So, but yeah, like I said, like I think now they finally have their footing. It only can show me if they continue if they show this level of success this week against Buffalo and next week against Washington, but we probably won't see the starters. But going into the postseason, and he has a real good balanced offense. Maybe that's probably what he needed to do. He was probably in and over his head. He was probably like he probably had a mental block, and he probably said, "Okay, that I either had to get this traitor or I just maybe it was just maybe he was trying to critique what he needed to fix, but he was just doing way too much. Maybe he was just doing like so many things. I mean, maybe he was just in over his head for a little bit for the most part, but I think somebody probably had to sit him down and say, dude, we got this. You don't have to worry about it. Just make me. That's the thing. It's just that maybe he just needed a little bit of a wake up call.
All right, let's talk about the game on Sunday, man. Eagles, Bills. How you feeling? I'm nervous.
I don't have a feel for it. I mean, okay. I don't know. I mean, it's just that maybe it's me that probably since we won that NFC East, maybe it's just like, and I look at Josh Allen. I mean, even last week with the Bills, it almost loses to Cleveland. It was just like, I mean, Josh Allen to me, come playoff time, he starts to fade a little bit, Yeah. Obviously, the Patriots are right near their neck, obviously, and the other thing too is that I mean, if you can sustain, I mean, here's the other thing too. Josh Allen hasn't been the Eagles ever since he became a quarterback. So he's basically, for me, that's probably the one thing that we got to do this time around too. We definitely got to put a can of whoopings on Ellen this week.
You're good, man. You're good. And yeah, your dad comes in and goes, and as for as bad as this offense was supposed to be, Saquon has over 1,000 yards. Jalen has a record of touchdowns with only 6 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the verge of 1,000 yards and got a career high in touchdowns. It is just crazy to think like how bad the offensive play calling was and how atrocious it was. Mm-hmm. We're having a record-breaking season, according to the stats.
It's true.
According to the numbers, it's a record-breaking season. But when you're watching the game on the field, it's like, whoa, like it's not. Something's not matching up here. Something's not matching up. Yeah. So why am I nervous? Because the Bills are on a mission. I feel like if they don't get to the Super Bowl, they're done. Because each teams are getting better and better. Look at the Broncos. New England's beginning of a dynasty right now, I feel like. So the time is getting away from Buffalo. So I'm like, this is their only time. I have them going to the Super Bowl against Seattle right now. So this is like their last chance for them to do anything. And I'm like, they're in their home turf. It's going to snow. They know how to stop the run. And I don't feel comfortable stopping James Cook. James Cook went off last week. I know it's the Browns, but it's just like,
I think there's one guy that I got to keep a close eye on too on that Bills team. I think it might be James Cook. I don't know if it's Dalton Kincaid. I don't know who the receivers are, but I mean if the receivers are like tomato can type of receivers, I mean it's not Stephon Diggs you got to worry about. It's not why am I troubling on this name?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I think the other thing too is that I'm not too nervous about it. Maybe I'll be a little bit nervous against that 49er and that Bears game because obviously who's going to get that number 2 seed, obviously. But right now, I feel good. I feel good after that win last week. I think they're finally getting their footing of what they are as a team. I mean, it's going to show you what you need to know, and also that's going to be the last. I think that's probably the last game in Buffalo in the regular season because I think they're having a new stadium at the beginning of the new year at 26.
So your dad feels good about because we already got the NFC East championship. We got the NFC East, so he's just like, we just have to get out healthy. That's the main thing. We just have to get out healthy. But for me, I'm like, I want that number 2 seed. I want that
That's the
number
one.
2 seed. So the Bears it's a lot of implications. Like the Bears have to lose out. This team has to lose out. The Lions are eliminated. So I want that 2 seed. So if we actually run the ball, because the last 2 games when we won, we ran the ball more than passed, than throw.
That's right.
So
That's right.
if Saquon Barkley runs the ball well, and you have to give the ball to, my God, what's the backup running back's name?
Oh,
Why am I going to blank?
Bigsby.
Bigsby, thank you. And if Tank Bigsby gets the ball, I'm good. It just comes down to the running, but we got to run the ball a lot in the snow.
Yeah,
So
well,
I'm like, and Jake Elliott, I'm God nervous for. Oh Lord.
You know, Buffalo has its fair share of kickers too when they were in that a couple of those Super Bowls and Tommy Norwood. Or what's his name? I think it was Tommy Norwood.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, I see what your dad's coming at. Getting that. He feels good about it. You're not nervous. I'm nervous. Not as bad, but I'm just like,
I feel a little confident. I actually, you know what? I feel a little bit confident, just a little bit, because like these last 2 weeks that I've seen out of the Eagles,
but it's against the Raiders and the Commanders, though.
Yeah, it's that. You know, you're right. You're right about that, man. You're right about that.
But I get it. Because those are the 2 teams we should have beat. We had to beat. We had to lay the smack down on them. We had to. So I'm like, I respect both sides. Like both sides have value arguments, but for me, I'm nervous. I'm saying on this side. I'm saying on this side.
Right. I mean, like it will be a wait and see, obviously, to see what they do.
By the way, the Bills wide receivers are Khalil Shakir, Joshua Palmer, Tyrell Severes, Don Kincaid, and their second string wide receivers. You got Brendan Cooks and McCord Hartman Jr. So I'm like, the wide receivers is not that good, but it's James Cook and Josh Allen can make anything. What are Josh Allen's stats this year? Let's take a look at that.
I think that's the other thing too with Shakir. I mean, that the only time I think that's the only probably big threat on their wide receiver core. But mass majority, it's either like, I'm not. And the other one I was thinking about the tight end was Dawson Knox, but I think Dawson Knox is not with them anymore. But
yeah, I agree with that. Here, it's how we play. It's how dominant we are. It's how explosive this team is. So these are the stats of Josh Allen this season: 3,400 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Here, you want to know something? Jalen Hurts, I think he had 24 touchdowns and only 6 interceptions. So I'm just saying, it's like right there. Yeah,
it's funny that Jalen Hurts only has like 6 interceptions, but it feels like it's like more than 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up right now. Let's go to not the Commanders. I'm not putting my left hand up. Depth chart. Here we go. So this is Jalen Hurts right now.
Only 6.
He's got 3,100 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, a QBR of 56.
Why does it seem like it's more? Why does it seem like it's more? You know what I mean? I would have thought he had like 10 or 11.
What, interceptions? Because that one game he had, 4?
Oh, that's right. He had 4 of them against San Diego, the Chargers. I mean, they took one.
And then he fumbled 1, so he had 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
So
actually, you know what? That makes sense. That would make sense.
Yeah. 4 of them was in one game. Yep. It felt like it was gonna be more, but hey, it is not. Jalen Hurts Just take care of the ball. That's all I want. Just take care of the ball. That
Yeah.
is it. So let's do our
Other
keys
only
to
two other
victory.
picks all season. You know, it's funny too. He has more touchdowns than interceptions. I mean
Yeah.
it's just that. I mean, as much as I heard about it all on sports radio when it happened, and this, that, and the other. Like the Tanner McKee, we should put Tanner McKee and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, okay, so is Jalen Hurts having a 500 season? He's 24 touchdowns, 24 interceptions, or 14 and 14. Like, this actually makes me feel a lot better now that Jalen Hurts is actually, in the words what Joey would say, elite. Joey would also, I mean, when you show that stat, like they would be like, okay, that's how much he's elite in this day and age of football. I mean, I look at Josh Allen in the postseason, he turns the ball over a lot. Jalen doesn't do that.
Yeah. So let's get on with our predictions here, and then we're gonna call it a show. So do you have us winning or losing?
Oh, I
You got
win.
us winning. You
I gotta
gotta win.
Mm.
Okay.
Well,
I don't know yet.
You don't know?
I'm gonna tell you after you make yours.
Okay. Well, I got the Eagles winning this week. I always say it's always close games, but this one will be. It depends on the weather. It'll also be what the weather will look like, especially for the favor. Maybe it'll be more of a running attack if it's snowing. And also, I love Saquon in the snow, kind of like I did with Shady in the snow too. For me, I got the Eagles winning 34-20.
34-20? Okay. Like you said before, the pressure is off of us, right? We won the NFC East. We're the champions. Once again, Cowboys are eliminated. That was beautiful to see. Us winning and eliminating the Cowboys, that was the best thing ever. And then the whole Christmas, you have Cowboys being, But I got Eagles winning. It's going to be close. I got us winning by a field goal. So I'm going to go
rely on
20. I'm going to have to. I don't want to. I have to. Okay. I'm going. You know what? No. I can't do a field goal. I can't even do extra points. So, what do I do? You know what? I got it. 24-20, and we always go for 2 points.
So the tush push is going to
pretty much. It's going to be the tush push or a subtle pitch or a pitch to Barkley or something. I'm going 24-20.
Yeah, that's fair. 2
points. Well, I mean, 16-24.
Well, I would say it's going to be a close, like probably in this first half, but I think they carry away in the second half, like they did last week against Washington.
Yep. All right, guys. So there you have it for this week's episode of Fly Like an Eagle podcast. Now, make sure you tune into James, Joe, and Austin for This Week of Flyers Hockey on Monday. They've been killing it. I love the show personally. I watch it all the time. So let's get out of here. You got anything to say, man, before we clock it?
By the way, before we go any further here, obviously the next time we'll see you is in the beginning of the new year. We'll talk some more Eagles along the way, but in case you haven't noticed, there is a short out there right now on This Week of Flyers Hockey about Owen Tippett's very, in the words of Jim Houston in the NHL, would be like a very type of beauty. Like
that's why I put beautiful in the title. I was like, wait,
it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny too because when I caught a little bit of a Jim Jackson, but I said to myself, I got to be like Jim Houston and the NHL games. Oh, what a beauty! So like thank you for everybody for chiming in every week. I do appreciate it. Mitch, you do a great job with this. Everybody have a great new year, and hopefully we'll talk some more positivity along the way. But let's get this win. Let's hope Flyers continue to kick ass every which way. Sixers hit and miss if Joel Embiid.
I'm streaming the game tonight. You ready for this?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's on Prime. That's right.
You ready for this, though? You ready for this? I asked my supporters on my main channel, do you want me to see the Sixers or the Eagles on Sunday? They picked the Sixers. So I
Why?
got to stream the Sixers
Oh
against
my
the
God.
Thunder over the Eagles.
That's gonna be a accident waiting to happen in the words of Fire
My
Marshal
buddy
Bill, my
said that.
friend.
Mark said that to me today. He was
The
like, "You sure
Sixers,
you want to do that?" I'm like, "Yeah."
you can
Yeah,
always switch sides, man. You can always switch sides. It's always stream a Flyers game. It's always more entertaining, man.
that is true. That is true. All right, guys, we're out. Have a good one. Peace. Let's go.
Happy New
Birds.
Year,
Oh, hold on.
everybody.
Oh, great guy. You just missed it. Go watch the replay, man. We're out of here. Have a good one, man. I'll see you tonight, Gregor, for the Sixers. Are also on Comcast. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. Mhm. All right. We'll catch you all later, man. Have a good one. Let's go, Birds. And
Peace and love,
another
everybody.
comment. Simulcast. Yeah, I'm going to have the Eagles on one side, Sixers on the other. I'm fine.
Yep, there you go.
All right. Talk to y'all later, man. Peace. Have a good one. Go Birds.
Go
and We're
Birds.
out.